name is Olivia Moran. I am here with Ezekiel Isbell, and today we are talking with members from the Anti-War Club, talking about what their mission is and what their goals are.
My name is Jeffrey Romero. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a math major here at PCC.
What are you here protesting today?
Well, not necessarily protesting anything. We just want to give the students here at PCC a more comprehensive view of war in general. We understand that PCC is a, veteran-friendly school, and we want to inform our student body about the darker aspects of U.S. foreign policy. For this project specifically, we've been researching a history of U.S. foreign policy. So, we've covered Vietnam, we've covered the use of Agent Orange in Vietnam. We've covered Hiroshima and Nagasaki, sort of the birthplace of nuclearization. This is sort of meant to catalog U.S. foreign policy and sort of uncovering some of the darker truths behind it, specifically the way that the CIA has been involved in toppling various democracies all over the world for the sake of upholding a sort of anti-communist regime.
What are you here protesting today?
So if you notice around campus when you're walking around, you see the Marines, the U.S. Marines set up like a booth to kind of recruit community college students to, join the Marines, join the military. They offer all these promises that, based under the GI Bill that, we're gonna help pay for your college, we're gonna set you up for basically your whole life and all of that. But we kind of want to make a counter argument both on principle that, wars and militarism isn't really good for the planet or for the people, but also that, under the way the Department of Veteran Affairs works, that sometimes those promises that they make to you aren't always what they appear to be. So we kind of wanted to, make a counter argument, right? They're here, they're present, they get to tell their side of the story. We want to, make sure there's, that people know the full reality and know the other side of, the argument.
And then from this specific kind of booth and from the work you guys have done, what are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, we kind of just, right now we really want to establish ourselves as a presence on the community college and kind of prove that you can be a presence on college campuses by being an anti-war, club or organization, that it's something worth sparking a broader conversation about.
How do you feel about the current culture of war and kind of the current state of America in terms of war culture and what we've been kind of doing in terms of maybe even Russia and Ukraine? How do you feel about the current state of war?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's a lot of things. But I personally believed in trying to help start this club is that people in this country, and especially people of my age, have never reckoned with the consequences of what our government and what our military have done. So you mentioned the 20th anniversary of the Iraq War. I mean, people people can't comprehend how much damage was done to not only just Iraq, but the Middle East. I mean, estimates say that about over 1 million Iraqis were killed during the conflict. You mentioned the Vietnam War. They did a study, I think, with Princeton students or Ivy League students, and they asked them, how many people do you think died in the conflict? Nobody guessed anywhere close to the estimates of 2 million civilians, maybe 3.8 million people. These are broad consequences that we are not fully reckoning with. And so that's part of why one of the tenets of our club is educating people about this stuff, is we need to reckon with these facts so that when we're approaching situations like Russia and Ukraine or China and Taiwan, that we have a fuller grasp of what our role is in the world.
My name is Saul Gonzalez. I'm 21 years old, and I'm a theater major.
You said you weren't a part of the club. What are you doing out here? You're just checking out the booth?
Dude, I see these military guys surveilling the school all the time, and I thought it was beautiful to see an anti-war club kind of sticking into them a little bit. I think it's beautiful, I think there needs to be more clubs like this at community colleges where, especially where Army recruitment officers come recruiting because they know it's lower income students attending the school as well as, undocumented students as well.
Do Do you see yourself going to like any meetings in the future, or like what do you want to do to like kind of be a part of the organization even more?
Oh, hands down, I see myself going to meetings, and they give donuts out, so you gotta come for the donuts. But more importantly, peace and love. Definitely.